Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, Finance with Ian. My name is Ian and today's video topic will be why so many people will never become wealthy. It's a really big problem in our society. So many people want you buying the newest things, wearing the nicest clothes, and eating out every night, but not many people want to see you actually doing the work to get there. It's almost like people want to live a wealthy life, but they don't want to make the sacrifices to get there. So in this video, we'll discuss why they will never become wealthy, and here's what you can do to become wealthy. Make sure to scroll down a bit and drop a like to push this video to a larger audience. Subscribe to stay tuned for more financial videos in the future, and let's get into this video. Almost everyone wants to become wealthy. We watch what celebrities do and we get accustomed to that lifestyle. We watch as they spend thousands of dollars on Rolexes, Lamborghinis, and Gucci clothes. And after they spend all that money, they're still millionaires like they were before. I know that if the majority of us spent money like that, most of us would be broke, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And if somehow we could afford it, by the end of that spending spree, we would be at $0 in our bank account. Well, you see, people with big contracts with TV shows, reality shows, or professional sports players can afford to spend this money because they have hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in each month. However, as soon as those contracts are up or they lose popularity with the general public, they can't afford to spend like that anymore. In fact, I did the research and came across something pretty astonishing. I found that after 2 years of being in the NFL, 78% of players go broke. 78%. That means if you picked 5 random players who used to play in the NFL, 4 of them will be broke. This find was crazy to me, and it led me to think, why did so many people go broke? Simply put, it's the mindset. While in the NFL, most players are balling out, making millions, and living their best life. They buy nice cars from Ferraris to Lamborghinis. And at that time, they have no problem buying it or affording it. However, living that lifestyle, especially at a super young age, such as 25 to 30 years old like most NFL players, is setting them up for failure. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. Most players like that are becoming accustomed to buying those nice cars, to eating out nice every night, and wearing the nicest clothes. Then you might say, well, they're making millions, they can afford it. And while you are correct, what about after their career? What about when the sponsors no longer come calling, wanting them to be in their commercials? This is their downfall, and this is why 78% of them go broke. The lifestyle they lived while they were making so much money sticks with them, and they feel like they must remain the person that they once were. However, they no longer have the income that they used to have coming in, and as a result, they go broke. So, we just went over why people making millions of dollars each year go broke. Now you're probably asking, what does this have to do with me? Good question, and the answer is, this problem doesn't just affect the people or millionaires that went broke. It affects a lot more people, and I'll explain why. When we see those people living their best lives, we see that, and we say, oh, I wish that was me, or something along those lines. We don't notice that this lifestyle is starting to look normal the more we watch it. And that's the problem with people living like this. It encourages others and it makes other people seem like it's the norm to wear nice clothes and eat out nice every day. It's seeing the spending habits of others and thinking, I should be able to live that way as well. A research study from 2018 found that half of all Americans spend more than what they make. The phrase I'm about to say may sound cliche, and you guys have probably heard it already, but it's a good one to know. For every dollar the average American earns, they're spending $1.10. Now, according to the same study I mentioned earlier, 50% of Americans are in credit card debt. 40% have mortgages or car loans, and another 30% have student debt. Now, some of these statistics don't really worry me, but some of them do, and I'll let you know why. The 30% of people having student loans is not a huge worry, because they probably use that loan to get a degree and enter a specific job field where they can make a good amount of money. Not only that, but the interest rates on student loans are not terrible. Now, of course, it's best to save up and pick away at these interest loans, but if the interest rate isn't too bad and you're consistently working to pick away at that debt, you're going to be okay. Basically, the reason why I'm not worried about this is because most students now have degrees and jobs, and they can start working away at that debt. Second statistic that doesn't bother me is that 40% have car loans or mortgages. While I agree that it's better to pay cash for some beater car than getting a loan on a brand new car, people are usually more prepared when they get a new car to pay that bill each month, so it's not really a surprise. And mortgages on homes is pretty good at this time, since the interest rates on houses are the lowest it's been in a long time. However, the statistic that is the worst here is the credit card one. Interest rates on these credit cards are insane, and they can easily eat away at your net worth. And as long as you keep adding to the credit card debt, you'll never be wealthy. It's the spending habits that will either make us or break us. If we think that we need to live life like a celebrity, we are going to be spending more money than we have, resulting in bigger credit card bills, which results in the bigger interest rates, which in turn leaves us broke. However, if we control our spending, we can hopefully start adding back to our net worth. We can begin to invest more, to save more, and hopefully add a few commas to our bank account. We begin to become more financially independent the more we tell our money what to do. Now, this is important. You have to be in control of those impulses that want you to go out and buy flashy things or eat out nice every night. And this is the lifestyle that our society doesn't promote. We need to make it a new normal to live a minimalistic life. Sure, you don't have to share a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 roommates and then sleep on the couch. You don't have to drive a $500 car until it breaks down. And you don't have to restrict yourself from ever eating out again. But you do need to have some kind of budget or something that will keep track of your spending. You need to make sure that you're making more money than what you spend. And you also need to make sure that you're investing and saving away some money each month. It should be more normal for you to say, hey, I'm going to spend this weekend doing work instead of going out and spending $100 in a night. Or if you do decide to go out with friends that night, hopefully you can find something to do that doesn't spend too much money. Another problem is people think that as soon as you get paid, it's time to treat yourself. And when they say treat yourself, they don't mean dividend stocks or real estate. They think that every time they earn a little extra money or get a bonus, that's some extra fun cash they get to spend. And as a result, their Roth account will never gain the money it needs to become wealthy to bring them into a wealthy retirement. So in the end, people are spending every dollar they can get their hands on. And having the mindset that the weekend is the time to spend money every single time is the reason why they'll never become wealthy. How should we avoid this so we can ensure we have enough money for retirement? Go back on your credit cards and see how much you spent in a month. Add this to whatever cash purchases you remember making that month. Then see how much you made that month and how much you saved and invested. Once I did this, I realized how much I was actually spending, and it changed the mindset. I now enjoy whenever I'm able to save money because I know that money will go into an index fund or a retirement account. You aren't going to look flashy, you aren't going to buy nice things, and you're not going to eat sushi every night, but that's okay. It's time for you to go against the grind of what everyone else wants you to do with your money. It's time to take control of your purchases, and it's time for you to start your financial journey to becoming financially independent. Thanks so much for staying until the end of the video. Make sure to scroll down a bit and drop a like to push this video to a larger audience. If you liked what you saw, consider subscribing since it greatly helps out my channel, and it'll keep you in tune for more financial videos I make in the future. I'll see you guys later, and thanks so much for watching.